Many thanks for joining the program Breakfast Central on News Central. Now, let's take you through some of the front pages of the dailies for today. And the very first page, or the very first newspaper we're starting with, is Nigeria. And we're looking at the Daily Trust this morning. Now, the Daily Trust, one of the big stories there, talks about the president of the country, that's President Muhammadu Buhari, where it says Buhari 10 ministers jet out to Dubai. That's what it's saying here from the Daily Trust this morning. Also, you can see the writer there that says how Nigeria detected 3 cases. That's talking about the latest variant, that's Omicron. You can get more details on that. Also, Ramaphosa's visit successful despite scare that's coming from the president. Federal government's directive flops as unvaccinated workers assist offices. Well, let's remember this story. Now, this story, we saw it in the papers just yesterday, even this week, when they were telling people that if you are not vaccinated, you may not gain access to some parts of the government buildings. But
government workers.
We can see this picture here. These are government workers. They were standing outside. Now, this happened in Abuja, where civil servants who have not taken the COVID-19 vaccination earlier denied entry into the Federal Secretariat in Abuja yesterday. So
but
earlier on,
it's still getting entry, right?
They were not allowed, but later in the day, they were allowed. They had to do their work, Odisa. Well, more details on that from the Daily Trust this morning. Now, death toll in Kano boat tragedy rises to 29. That's a very sad story. That's on page 6 this morning. Now, looking at the Electoral Act on page 31, what will guide us in replying Buhari's letter? This is coming from INEC. More details of this from the Daily Trust in Nigeria.
All right, let's go to Liberia with the front page newspaper in there. And they have, central question. Who passed? Who failed? How state-owned enterprises, integrity institutions fared in the FPA's 2021 report card out there in Liberia. So there's a picture of all the, ministers and people in government. So there's a row of Liberty Electricity Corporation and others assessments for the year 2021. Also still on the front page of the front page in Liberia, taking over UL payroll, says the Minister of Finance and Development Planning has called for transparent assessment of the University of Liberia revenue and expenditure next Wednesday. All revenue streams will be compared to expenditures. So all about the University of Liberia taking over the university's payroll. More on that inside the front page in Liberia.
Now let's move on to Kenya. We're looking at the Daily Nation in Kenya. Now the Daily Nation says deal commitment to be ring-fenced with pre-election agreement. It also says secret card in Ralia and one political party called One Kenya Alliance talks. That's serious and exciting information right there on page 4 of the Daily Nation this morning. Also, you can see here a judge is coming out to advise on page 7. Are you in an abusive marriage? Just walk away. That's what the judge is coming out to say. But there's more on that from page 7 of the Daily Nation here. Now, you can also see the bottom left of the Daily Nation, putting bread on table gets costlier. That's what it says. Now you can see the bread there, and it's saying that there's been an increment in the in the selling price of bread. Now it has increased from 50 shillings to 55 shillings, and that is because of the rising cost of wheat for the increase in the price of a 400-gram loaf of bread. There's more on that from the Daily Nation this morning.
Quickly to the Punch newspaper. I love to call it a mishmash. There's so many stories, but big one there. Omicron. Canada bars Nigerians, and fear spreads as NCDC records 3 cases in Nigeria. Another writer says the variant detected in 3 persons with travel history to South Africa, and that's according to the NCDC. And it says contact tracing never effective, variant already in circulation, according to virologists. And Africa accounts for only 4.3% of COVID-19 global fatalities states. That's according to the economic, that's the ECOWAS Congress Group. So there you have it on the front page of the newspaper Punch in Nigeria.